And we welcome you into 2017 Big South Media Day. I'm Rick Watson for RadfordAthletics.com, joined now by our head women's basketball coach, Mike McGuire. And, Coach, first of all, congratulations coming into the season. Radford picked first in the Big South Conference, and I believe of all the teams you've been a part of as a coach, this is the first time you've had a team pick first to start out a league.
Yeah, this is a first for me. This is, I think it's a first for our program in about 10 years. So a little bit of new territory for us, but I think it's in some ways it's a reflection of the work that last year's team did and the kind of success that they had. So very proud of the group that we have now, and I know we're anxious and excited to get started. And it's been a good off season. Now it's time to get this journey underway and kind of see what this team can become.
Let's talk about preparations, your final time through as a Highlander here, and what you're thinking about heading into that first game.
Very excited. Definitely, I think we're gonna have a really good season. We've been working hard in the off season and in the summer.
You've talked about the word trust a lot when we had our radio shows, and you talk about how you have to earn that and how you have to develop it. Now that you have this veteran group coming back, that's already instilled. So that's something that has to be very, I don't want to say relaxing for you, but you have to realize now that trust is there with all these seniors coming back.
No doubt. I think if there's anything that we've got to focus on, it's those areas in our program. The X and O piece is something you always work on in practice, but building the trust, building the connection. We've talked a lot about connection in the preseason, really on both ends on the floor, building our connection even more off the floor. In some ways, I think we have room to grow there.
Does it help you relax any, Janela, when you're out there, because you know exactly, as Jada talked about, what the coach is going to want you to do and what they expect out of both of you as leaders this season?
Yeah, it does. I mean, we built trust over the summer, and we're still building trust now for our teammates and our coaches. So I feel like with our trust, we should be able to figure things out on the court.
I'm joined now by our head men's basketball coach, Mike Jones. I believe our seventh one of these together, Coach, huh?
Yeah, man. The years have flown by. But, excited for another year.
Well, let's talk about your squad. I know you're very excited. You have all 5 starters returning, and let's talk about that. Something I talk about with Coach McGuire, that trust that you have with young men you've been with for a long time now. Those guys can come in and know exactly what to expect from you and vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, we're going into our second year together with pretty much the same unit. All the guys that played significant minutes last year are back. And so I'm excited about that, just the continuity of everything. Guys know what I expect of them. I know pretty much what I'm going to get from them, although some of them have gone out and really added to their games. But overall, the continuity is the part that we're most excited about, and we're just ready to get started.
I think what we lacked last year was finishing the game through close games and losing by 1 and stuff like that. So I think with us building that team chemistry and working hard together, I think we'll be more prepared for this season.
Coach, if you would, touch on Ed Polite Jr. and his development, being recognized preseason second-team all-conference. He's been so solid for you in so many areas, almost averaged a double-double last year. But I know you're excited because he's really gotten his body in the shape that you've been looking for coming into his third season.
Yeah, I thought he had one of the best off seasons of certainly his career, and also of any guy that we've had. I thought Rashawn Davis had a tremendous off season going into his senior year, and I think Ed's gone out and done the same thing. He's worked really hard, conditioning wise. He came back stronger, so he did a lot of the work on his own, which was great. You always want those guys to do that, but he actually did it. He's also worked on his jump shot, tremendously improved. It's been a 2-year development.
Radford picked 7th in the preseason conference poll. Will you use that as motivation at all, as a sign of disrespect, or is that something you won't worry about?
We use that as motivation. We're just going to show everybody why everybody's going to look at us as the underdogs. So that just helps us when we go into the next game, and they're not pressing on us as much. They're just looking at us like we're just going to lose. So I like that. I like naysayers, so I think we're going to win it all.
You love the underdog role. I do too. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I do too. Love it.
All right, that's the thoughts of our power forward, Ed Polite Jr., second-team All-Big South Conference preseason selection. You can check out the results from Ed and everything else in Media Day right here on RadfordAthletics.com.